Janna had more damage. No, 200. I had 200 more than Janna.
But you didn't need to do damage that game.
Yeah, I got like my team did well.
Yeah, your team did well. Next game you'll do the most damage.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Like
maybe.
Yeah.
It depending on the game. If the game is a game where you need to do damage, then do damage. But if it's not a game where you need to do damage, then you don't need to do damage. You know what I mean? That's not like a it's not like a 5-head thing. You know what I mean? But my issue is you're looking for trouble. You're looking for more damage. Right?
Yeah, but like
okay. Let's say this.
Like I get what you're saying.
If you're a Challenger Draven player, okay? All right? And so this is a Challenger Draven player and this is you. And both of you are playing in Platinum.
Wait, are you...
Oh, sorry, I'm screen sharing.
Lighting someone?
Yeah, no, I'm screen sharing.
You can screen share, like...
Discord, yeah,
If I watch streams, it's kind of... I don't know
It's too slow, yeah, it's like behind. Do you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you are... So if there's a Challenger player who's a Draven player, and then there's you, and you both go into, like, hyper low MMR, like, let's say you go into Platinum, okay? So, we're playing in Platinum. You can end with KDAs like 15 and 0. Right? Maybe you get like a few assists, whatever, right? So you get like 15 kills in Platinum, and you can end, whatever, right? The Draven, the Challenger might even just get like 7. Or whatever assists, right? He could have less kills than you. But the reason is because he has restraint, and he knows when there are certain options that he may take which have responses in higher levels of play.
Yeah.
Either way, you guys are both crushing the game, but what I'm saying is this guy is still better.
Minimalizing, like, the risk.
He's still better. Even though he has less kills and it looks less smurf, he's still better.
Yeah, of course.
Right. That's what you have to do. Right? Okay. Anyway, so let's actually talk about the game. I don't know why it, like, froze there for some reason, but you walk into the lane. This is fine. I mean, doing this is actually... I learned something. I didn't know you could do this on Raven. This is really cool.
You can do it everywhere. It's...
like, even on Gromp, you could do... I think Gromp would be annoying, because if your laner doesn't...
like, sometimes when you're on the other side and you leash red, it's kind of awkward, because then you... In order to keep both access, you have to go through...
You have to
try
go through a river,
really
difficult,
so you can kind of get caught.
Yeah.
But what I started doing is that you can go, like, golems. You can auto golems once.
Yeah.
And then you keep your access with... But yeah, like,
that's just here, I wouldn't click back. I would click forward into the bush, and I would force Zyra away, because you see Zyra is right now fighting Janna for bush control, because both supports understand that if they can control this zone, then then you know it becomes a lot easier for the ADC to play and play against you, because you can't take certain pockets against them, right? So what you want to do is you want to stand south, and then you want to assist Janna while she does this, simultaneously clicking here, auto, click here, auto. If you can retain wish control, then these casters end up aligning here, these casters move up, the lane is played around here, you now have wish control. Then you can move from point A to point B in and out, as this guy goes in for the backline minions. Sorry, those are not your backline minions, these ones, okay? Does that make sense?
But would I want to, like, sit more, like, bot side of the map then? Like, or
yeah,
the lane?
just stand south of the lane. And this is to assist Zyra, and this is because enemy AD carry took a very defensive opening up north. So
do you think that's like a general thing?
To
sit south around the bushes?
Well,
like, let's say I'm playing into, like, Nautilus or some shit, some random ass.
Well, if it's Nautilus, then yes, because Nautilus can't do anything at level 1 against Janna. Now, if you're the last guy who... I mean, I hope you're not. He's like, oh, Nautilus can do a lot at level 1. He can't. Nautilus can't do much at level 1. Unless you get hooked at level 1. But if you're getting hooked at level 1, then I think there's bigger issues.
Yeah, you just play around minions and then
you're
fine.
Yeah, how long am I streaming for? You can DM me if there's something you want to talk about. Probably like, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours. Not that long. Anyway, so like here, this minion doesn't grant you anything. This does not give you any value. You need to spam ping Janna forward, you need to assist her, you need to kill this north minion here. This allows you to then play this minion in a pocket that you originally would want to take. Does that make sense?
Do I give up CS, or what do you mean?
No, don't give up CS.
yeah, I'm thinking like, are you
No. What I'm saying is kill minion A, which you did. Move down, kill minion B, move down, assist Janna, force Zyra off the bush, kill minion C. Minion C, which is on the south side right here, is the same minion that is corresponding with the pocket that you can possibly take against MF if Janna is also walking in.
Yeah, okay.
Now, obviously, if this guy walks in, you can't just go like that.
Yeah.
Right? Unless if she walks all the way back, because MF moves in, and then MF can play with these casters on our Q, or these melees on our Q. That's fine, but we're not playing off the assumption that our support is going to make a misplay.
I feel like if we're split though, like doesn't Zyra like Q us both practically?
Not if she's zoned out. Well, she's zoned out, and then you play with the so okay. You zone her out. She walks in. You essentially, what's Zyra's range? Like 600?
I think it's kind of big, like on spells at least.
750 on spells.
Yeah, I have no clue to be honest, but yeah.
You can play with 750 in and out. With Janna, you can play 750 in and out.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that you should be forcing the control here because you have initiative to do so. And in order to get the pocket that allows you to do that, it's better to attack the minions at an angle that allows you to play inside of an easier situation. That's why killing north is good and then moving down, but you moved up north for some reason, which doesn't grant us any value.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Would there be any positions where you think it wouldn't be beneficial to like do this? Like any matchups or something?
Yeah,
like
I mean, if you
hate coaching ADC or
oh no. I was just like there's a lot of you know, like for example, well, the reason I don't like coaching AD carry is because nobody's mechanical. Right? If you're not a mechanical AD carry, I can't coach you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I just got a damn. Most AD carries that come to me are like players in platinum, gold, like, you know what I mean? They're not mechanical. So like, what am I supposed to tell them? You know what I mean? I'm like, you can't CS a minion. How do I coach you? You know? So that's why I don't like coaching AD carry. But like Hylo, it's a bit different. Or like Diamond 1, Diamond 2, there's stuff to work with, you know?
Somewhere in the love-hate elo.
Well, yeah, but like you're in an MMR where I can talk to you about these things, and you're you know, responding back, and we have like this, you know, we can talk about these certain things that aren't just like surface level. But anyways, so yeah, I mean, if you have like if enemy has like Zaya, whatever, right, and you have like Leona, then you can't do that because if they move like this, then you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Anyways, this was like unlucky, but whatever. This should have been. You can move in for auto here. Yeah, this is really good. What you're looking for.
Whatever trade happens here is kind of.
Yeah, but you can auto while you do. You can auto while you do this.
Yeah.
You could have autoed while you did this. So that should have been an auto. This is weird. I don't know what you're doing. So you want to space your autos with the minions that she wants to hit. This is like really. You have 17 ping. You can do that, right?
Yeah. I get that. I kind of should like move up.
Yeah.
Like I would
like right here, don't move back. Just move up. She's on cooldown. What is she gonna do? Why do you move back?
Okay.
You have Janna's shield. What does she start? Shield, yes. We don't know.
I hope she starts W.
Yeah.
But she might go on shield. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. Like
I don't know what she started. Yeah.
W level 1.
But even if she went, yeah, I mean she should go W actually. You're right. But because she's moving in, you should also just move in. Just move in. Right? If you move in, it's beneficial for you. Even if she eats an auto and you end up proccing minion aggro, if these minions move up like this, you can pull the wave here. And that's actually beneficial for you.
Yeah.
Okay? That allows you to play level 2 a little bit easier. And when you do this, here, when you miss an auto, just auto the minion. Right? Like, look for the auto. When she moves back, and you know you're not going to hit her, because even if you opt to auto her here, and Zyra's there, these 3 casters will hit you. All you really need to do is just auto this, and then you can push for level 2. Okay?
I feel like I play too passive than in like Zyra brand lanes. Like I really respect like Zyra brands. I don't know.
Zyra who? Zyra and Brand?
Yeah, like as support. Like what?
I mean, this is not respect.
Yeah, like that is not respect. I'm not saying like I respect it. It's just no, but like early on.
Yeah.
Okay, scratch whatever I said. You know?
Okay.
But like, yeah, it's my instincts. It's the bar instincts that kick in.
Right. And this is stuff, but you can counter that, right? By it's like when a child is afraid of the dark. What do? Well, if you're sadistic, you lock him in a fucking dark. No, you don't do that. All right. He faces his fears, right? They face their fears.
Yeah.
So what you do, or they begin to understand it a little
like,
more. They understand a bit more, and so just watch better players who play against Zyro or Brand. You can Google that stuff. You can YouTube that stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Right? Like Arrow. Do you follow Arrow?
I watched him every now and then.
Yeah, he's a character. He's like 1K.
I started watching Huang Feng recently because he plays Draven too.
Okay, yeah, that guy's really good. 1K LP, and he coaches. So I would say even you can like talk to him as well. Like once you're at a higher level, Arrow. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, this is Turbo Int. We don't do this.
Yeah.
I don't. So now it's gonna get a bit weird here, and this gets a bit more complex, right? And why it gets a bit more complex, and this is more like jungle specific and like league more specific, but we don't know what Udir's opening is. We know that Udyr started onto the right hand side of the map. We don't know if Udyr is planning on doing something like this, and so I would assume that Udyr can, and the reason for that is because it's Lucian mid into Kassadin. Because of the fact that Lucian ends up winning mostly on wave 1, I mean, you can't lose against Kassadin as Lucian. I mean, you have bigger problems if you do that.
Lose, you should just
so
like uninstall.
Yeah, just fucking move next game, right? He wins on wave 1, he wins on 2, he wins on 3, he can win on 4, he can win on future waves as well. Because Udyr understands that there is an advantage inside of mid lane, Udyr can actually go 1 into 2. If he forces a vertical, it's good and it's also bad for him. It's good for him because he's able to shut you down, but it's bad for him because then he's playing he's playing within a weak side of a lane, where it's better to get a Kali against Aatrox ahead because of the fact that it's such a fragile matchup, and the fact that making stuff happen against Draven isn't as easy just because of the raw damage output that the champion does, can give, and the fact that Zyra doesn't have reliable CC. Okay, at least until 6. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so what ends up happening here is, although you shouldn't expect him, and he shouldn't come down at level 2, we don't know what his game plan is, and we don't know what he's thinking. We don't know what he's thinking. Because if he does a route like this, and he knows that Kha'Zix starts left side, for whatever reason, Kha'Zix will have to go like this, and Kha'Zix can't make it like this because of the mid lane matchup. And so what's going to happen then is at 4:30 to 6 minutes, the next clear that's going to end up happening inside of the jungle is going to be back on the right hand side, where then you're going to be under a lot of pressure.
Yep.
Okay? Does that... I should teach him about the triangle? What triangle? What?
I feel like that trade in general, it was like turbo int, like...
Yeah, no, that was about it.
Like there's nothing to say about that. That was like stupidity, like to the power of 2,
What triangle is he talking about? Some guy in my chat says I should teach you about the triangle. I don't know. Core JJ triangle? What? What is this? The fuck is this?
I think it's Illuminati, dude.
Fuck.
Well, I don't really have a Janna with me. Like, that trade in general, like... Yeah, I don't know.
Alright,
I think it's because, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really...
Yeah, I'm
just... there when Janna is...
Just, we ignore Twitch chat. Anyway. Alright, anyways. Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, the trade there was bad. You don't need a coach to tell you that. We all know that was a really bad trade.
Yeah, we all got a brain.
We can determine that was a really terrible trade. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, here... I get what you're seeing, but you can't do that because of the minion aggro.
Yeah.
And then you proceed to auto, which is also really bad. They're on cooldown. You need to just go. Just space. You should already be going, but it's fine. Yeah, like, why do you click back?
I feel like I can wait, though. Like, I get what you mean, but, like, isn't it better, like, with the wave? Isn't it better to just wait level 2 and then go right up?
What do you mean?
Like, if I don't go at them now, they like, this is, like, if I don't go at them now, like, they will think, like, oh, he's giving us a lane, and then I hit level 2, and then boom. If I shove them off, like, while I'm level 1 before hitting 2, when I get level 2 priority, like, I can't really use the level advantage.
Well, why are we assuming that? Why are we assuming that the opponent isn't going to respect you at 2? You're saying I'm gonna fake the opponent, right? But against a good...
Like, I prefer to wait to level 2 normally.
And then go in.
Yeah. Like, if I get level 2 first, like, if I know I get level 2 first, it's kind of free. In my head, at least.
Okay, but I'm gonna tell you why that's wrong. The reason that's wrong is because you're not taking into assumption. You're not taking into account what the opponent is also thinking.
Yep.
If I'm MF, I'm like, this guy's gonna hit level 2. I'm not gonna go into you anyway. Even if you hit level 2, it doesn't matter because I'm never gonna go into you. Even if you're telling me, oh, I'm gonna hit 2 first and then go in, I'm not gonna go into you.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that what ends up happening is if you begin to zone on 1 and you force the threat of 2, they can't auto the wave. That's the takeaway. If they can't auto the wave, they lose out on wave 2. Meaning, if you lose out on wave 2, you lose out on wave 5. A lot harder.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I don't see how it transitions into wave 5 though.
It does transition because now the opponent doesn't have influence on the second wave.
Yeah, okay. So I just shove it in, man, and then what?
I'm sorry, one more
Or
time?
what do you mean? Like, do I shove the wave in? Like, so I basically, like, walk them down level 1 while they don't have cooldowns?
Well, no, you don't just shove. You have to then assess what you want to do.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Because, again, it's controlling on certain waves. If you want a faster bounce back, or better yet, if you want to just, like, get a premature recall off, right? Which is the 450, approximately, where you crash 3 waves and recall, and then wave 4 and 5 return into you. People call that the cheater or whatever. Sure, you can do that because you ended up winning out on wave 1, but you can only do that if you end up winning on wave 1 and if they end up walking away from wave 1. Or wave 2, sorry, Jesus. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is that by moving in initially, without obviously taking a dumb trade, they'll force away. If they're forced away a lot sooner, they have less early influence on the wave. Meaning that you can now do whatever you want with it.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then if you crash it, there's more blues. But if you don't, but if you wait, they can kill off more blues. And if they kill off more blues, then you have less time to either harass them on your tower, or the bounce back becomes a little less, little less powerful.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's like really, really weird, man. Like you have to tell me if this doesn't make sense. It's like really.
No, I'm pretty sure it makes sense, yeah.
But do you really understand it?
I hope.
God damn it. Okay.
Like, I'm sorry for being a little difficult.
No. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm not gonna say I understand.
Yeah.
Execute it. Like, I don't want to say like.
Okay. You know what? Let's move on from this one, and I'll explain the same concept in other scenarios.
Yeah, I'll try to apply it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that like, oh, I can't reproduce it. But
Yeah. Of course not. So I mean here again, I mean you're missing CS, but that's not like again. This could be played a lot better. You could be down south instead of north. Had you aligned the lane a bit better than this, you could be south. If you're south, she has to invest vision. If she invests vision, then the second player has to invest vision on the pushback or the bounce back, meaning now there's no vision at all. This is also the same time on wave 4 if you don't. My fucking pen doesn't work. If you don't choose to do a cheater, and you end up doing a very early a very early bounce back, is when Kha'Zix will finish his right side clear, which then Udyr can't be there because we know Udyr started here, and he's not going to vertical you because he never hit you. And, I mean, you don't have vision, but, I mean, I'm almost positive Udyr's not vertical jungling, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So this is how it all kind of ties in. Going in here is really good. You can kill her. I think you flash for this, always. You always flash for this.
Like, I do. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I do, but, like, you're there, and I'm so scared that, like, if I ruin the lane now, then I might lose on, like, whatever you'll tell me later, you know?
Well, the way I'll coach
I
you...
get exhausted there. I think, like, I go in, but if I flash...
You can even heal auto, can't you?
Yeah.
You can heal auto. You don't even need to flash. Because if you take one shot, your exhaust doesn't matter. I think she's too low.
Yeah.
Your auto will do more than that.
No, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can kill her.
You can. She's dead here, right? And then it's fine, right? I think this is like something you just do. But I mean, so if you mess up, if you die here, let's say for whatever reason you die here and she lives, sure, maybe MF gets a good lane stay. Then the coaching becomes like recovery. Then you need to find a recovery wave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, good. As long as you understand. So if wave 1 you mess up or wave 2 you mess up, then maybe on 4 you end up recovering. You get punished on 3 or 4. Maybe if it's not that, you recover on 5, right? But it becomes.
I get with the kill though. Like I've gone and started enough fights.
Enough
fights at the bar, so you
essentially,
know, like it's.
Yeah. Here you have to. So now it's like really like specific. What do you want to do with the wave? You can slow push this really slowly and maximize your axe duration. And if you do that, what ends up happening is the third wave ends up locking somewhere around here. If the third wave ends up locking around this angle, she can't walk up. Because you're Draven and you have a Janna and Zara's out of the lane. Even if Zara heals up, it's still obnoxious. If you choose to not do that and you want an early bounce back, let's say the opponent jungler's left side and ends right side, then it's better to crash this wave into tower. Then you end up getting a bounce. You get a buffer on 3, and then you bounce on 4, and you bounce on 5. Then you play 5 here, while enemy jungle is here. But we've already determined that he won't be here, so you don't have to do that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Right? So, crashing the wave immediately is not really necessary, and even if you want to do a cheater, it's still fine to do that. It's still okay to do that, because you can still kill the wave. I mean...
Yeah, I think the gold count right now, though, is like kind of awkward to do a cheater.
No, you don't gold count here. You gold count on third wave.
Yeah, okay.
You kill 3 waves and then you crash it.
Yeah.
If you can do that, then it's not good to push the wave. So all in all, your decision to do this doesn't really. I don't know why you do that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, you can send me this triangle video, I guess. Just triangle, guys. Whenever you want. I don't know. What's my opinion? I don't know what the triangle is. So I can't give you. I've never used that mentality, like idea. Oh, you could be so much farther up here. I think, can't you? Yeah, you can play south.
Yeah, like Cyrus level 1 still, so I can.
Dude, the minions are so bad for you. It's so sad because like how do the minions end up going like this? So, hold on, someone fuck.
It's because of the fight, right? It's because of this fight when we go for Syra that it kind of gets like this.
No, when do you guys pull it? Pull it down. I think you pull the minions down. Oh, no, yeah, definitely pull the minions down here. No, that's...
Like I walk down, or what? To pull
yeah,
them
this is Janna's fault. It's not yours. Because look what's happening. These minions meet here. Right? Zyra's over here. What you want to do is you want to play north side. The reason north side is superior than south side is because then she's forced to play here around a diagonal angle, which then is a lot harder to move around versus where she's currently at. Do you see what I'm saying? Like what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So this is stuff that you want to do. I mean, do you do this? Do you keep this into account?
I think normally, yeah.
Right. So you
I can't say I do it all the time, but I do it.
Yeah, you want to be north against her. But whatever. This moving in here doesn't do anything. She's not going to go in for the last hit. I don't know why you choose to move in so deep. If she hits you in auto spaces, you lose the trade. Also, you have no reason to do this. You can just crash and recall.
Yep. Okay.
You don't do that either. All right. So all of your decisions up until now show me that you're not playing League of Legends. You're just relatively okay. You're pretty okay at Draven. That's
I'm not bad at Draven after so many games.
Yeah, you'll hit D1. You'll probably hit Master Tier, but you're never going to be a good ADC if you are not going to start playing the game and stop playing in your lane. You know, the saying I keep giving to players is that if you're really low elo, you need to play your champion, right? If you're like mid elo, you need to play your lane, and if you're high elo, if you want to become high elo, you have to start playing the game, right? You're still playing just bot lane. You're not actually playing the map, or you're not playing the actual, you know. So, I mean, all of your decisions relative to what you're doing with the wave, they don't correspond with anything that the jungler wants to do. It doesn't correspond with any of your recall timings. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, right off the bat, when I see you play, I'm just assuming that you are a player who doesn't understand what you want to do. Again, moving in here is just stupid. That was just turbo int. I mean, you can do it now. Like, even now, it's kind of like not necessary because it doesn't do anything. Just crash the wave. If you just crash the wave, you recall.
Crash and recall, yeah.
Crash and recall. Get a cull. Bounce on 4 and 5. Get a cull. Lane's over. Kha'Zix is probably not going to be there. Well, no, he's not going to be there, but it's fine, right? Because you're dodging an Udyr gank. You're dodging the Udyr.
Yeah, I should have just back there.
Yeah, Udyr's going to be down here at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. 4:30 is when Udyr's right side camps are going to respawn if he chooses to do a 3-camp clear, right? Which is going to be golems. So 4:15 to 4:20 golems will respawn. And so Udyr should be in lane by 4:35 in your lane. That's when he should gank you.
Yeah.
But if he chooses to do Raptors, then it's bad. But if you just sustain, though, if you're able to just bounce and get call, you can't do anything. Then his only route is to go up to Raptors, and then his wolves will respawn at like 6 or so, and then you have to start just looking at top lane. Once you see how top lane is playing out, and if you notice that top lane ends up locking a certain wave at around like 6:15, 6:30, whatever, you ping down top lane, and then you make sure that they're okay. That's how you let your teammates know. Okay. No, and you get
like I know of this concept of like pushing like third wave and backing, and you
Yeah.
get a cheater like
Yeah.
extra Dorans or Cole or whatever.
Yep, Doran's
I just
Cull.
won't execute it.
I don't know if I don't know the new item changes. I think maybe you can get even the longsword. I don't know if that builds into your item. I don't even know what you're building. Eclipse, right? What do you build on this thing?
Yeah, Eclipse.
Yeah, doesn't that it builds into 2 longswords, right? You have
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so you can go longsword. You can go Cull longsword, or sorry, Cull Dorans. You can go Boots is pretty stupid.
I think Boots is really stupid on Draven.
Yeah,
because
but
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
turbo much value from longswords and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, Boots doesn't do anything. Holy shit! Yeah, I mean you should have done that earlier.
Like there, I'm really sure like he wouldn't have done anything. It was the second.
Yeah, you're right.
shot.
You're right. This was my miss. That was my fault. I didn't assume that. I thought you would live because I thought Jonna still had her shield. I didn't see her use it, so that's my bad. Yeah, this was all good. But anyways, do we start? Do you see like the issues we're having?
Yeah,
Right?
I see.
It's 4:20. Udyr is top, so he's late on his right side jungle. Right now, his Raptors are not up, but they will be soon. So Kha'Zix recalls, and you see it's 5:05. You notice how Udyr ran to his right side jungle?
Yep.
And we talked about how he's going to be here around 5:30. Did I say 5:30?
5:30. Yeah, I
I
mean,
said-
5:30 makes sense.
Yeah. I said 5:30. Yeah. So, unfortunately, Udyr does something else on the left side of the map, so he ends up being a little bit late. But the general timing is still there. So if he finishes Raptors and he runs down bot lane, that's around 5:30, 5:35, 5:40. He'll be down there. Right? So, you're fine. Now, because that's happening, here, Zyra messed up, right? Zyra, I don't know what the hell happened here, and I didn't even pay attention. So this is
She
actually...
kind of backed.
She backed, and I didn't think that a player who has a keyboard, a mouse, and the correct amount of chromosomes would take a base here, right?
I think I can climb pretty high.
She can't shove this wave in, and she needs to acknowledge that. MF messed up.
I think I could have taken the freeze though. Like I think I asked you. Like I was pretty insecure if like I
was a sub.
should take the freeze or
Fabio.
not.
Yeah, no, you should have taken the freeze.
With Vamp Scepter, like I think it's.
Yeah,
really easy to just
Zyra can't really. Zyra should recall now. Actually, if Zyra recalls now, she can be in lane by the time MF is in lane, and then she can help. And then what you do as Zyra is you want to blow your flash, which she probably doesn't have, but if she did, you would. You would blow your flash to fix the lane state.
Okay.
Okay. This is something that you should know because you will run into situations like this. So here, MF or Zyra would have to blow their heal, their flash, or whatever their spells are, or all their mana to get the wave under tower. Okay?
Yep.
Or Udyr needs to come down to assist because Udyr right now is on the right hand side. You've already determined that a freeze could have been taken here, and this was my fault for not realizing sooner. But you can pretend like your jungler is here. By the way,
Yep.
you can like she just saw Kha'Zix on top side or around the river here. You can go like this, just run into her. You have Janna shield. You have what is this thing called? Vamp Scepter, right? So
I think even with Zyra, we win.
and she can't have vision here and in the tri-bush.
Yep.
Not by the way they were playing and moving early on. So just run up to her. Take the damage. Because you don't care about the damage. She'll back off. And if she backs off, she's not going to influence this wave. Meaning, you just retain the freeze. Does that make sense?
Yep.
This is like, well, I mean, either way, I don't think she can really crash that. But you get the idea.
Yeah, like if she goes up to crash it,
Yeah.
like IE her and
Yeah, essentially. This is like playing the player, you know? Like you see the next incoming wave, right? Now right off the bat, you can just run into her. Just pretend like because you know she's alone. Just run right into her. If she's gonna choose to crash this in a second, right? Now you can't because that's suicide. She's on cooldown. Yeah, like right here, you can just run into her. right? You can just run into her. You don't kill her ever, but it's to let her know that, hey, Kha'Zix is here. Psych, no, he's not. I get the freeze. You don't kill the wave. But she backs off, right? She backs off. Okay, but yeah, this is stuff that you can start doing. Does any of this make does all of this make sense so far?
Yeah, like with the freeze and all, like I like second guessed it, but like yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of obvious at that point.
Yeah, there was also another moment in the lane. I mean, this is all stuff that you. I mean, again, just micro issues in your laning. Like right here, move. Like you can kill the plant after. You can dodge. You can juggle axes, kill plant, and kill this as well. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, like I just know with the amount of time I have left on.
Yeah, like right here. Be
axe,
south.
like
You have to be south. You can't be here.
Yep. Okay.
If you're south, she goes in for this minion. You hit her. Even if she hits you, who gives a shit? You are a full health Draven with a Vamp Scepter.
They don't really have sums.
They don't have sums, but it's not even about the sums, right? You have 2 potions. You have a Vamp Scepter and you're Draven, and Janna's chilling. Janna's playing okay. We see the next wave. We see the proximity of the next incoming wave. Meaning that now, if she blows anything on you, she loses all her mana pool.
Yep.
So now she's at 0 mana. What is she going to do killing the next wave at 0 mana? You retain the freeze, and now she's begging for Udyr to come down. Guess what? Udyr's not coming down. Because Udyr's on the left-hand side right now, as we discussed, relative to the game timer. At 5:30, he was killing his right side jungle. It's 6:30 almost. He's on his left side jungle now. And he's not coming down, meaning she's going to rage. So now, what does MF do if the lane is permafrozen? What would you do?
You roam.
You would roam, exactly. So now she should just go like this. MF should just roam into mid lane. But if MF roams, what do?
I push.
No, you don't.
Oh.
You retain the freeze.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I keep it. Okay.
You keep the freeze because the gold advantages you're retaining from the freeze is a lot more than anything that they're doing in mid lane. They're sharing XP with the opponent mid lane, with their mid laner, who is Lucian. They're shoving into a Kassadin, which he's having a great time. This is also the same time when this guy's wolves are going to be up. So he's going to be relatively close to mid lane in order to protect in a 2 versus 3. They can't tower dive. And Udyr has nothing to do. Now he's gonna. Now your enemy ADC is falling behind, and they start getting really angry. But do you see how all of this can end up happening just by you standing south and forcing a trade against her and eating her as she goes in for this minion, forcing all of her mana out? She doesn't want to recall. She just came off one.
Yeah, true.
Right? Like now, this is just an example. Stuff like this is happening almost every 10 seconds.
Yeah, I get that. Like I'm camping, like I'm hugging.
Yeah,
outside
yeah. I mean, there's also others.
I guess now that you say it, like I see like how that would be really beneficial.
Yeah. Now this is not a freeze. Now someone's like, that's not a slow push. The person in Twitch chat, this is a slow push. That is a slow push. It's not a freeze. You can't freeze that. I don't know. But
before I damage the minions, can't I? Like if you look at how
No, you can't you can't freeze on such casters. This is too light of a freeze.
Yeah, they're kind of low.
This is way too low. You can't freeze on
true.
them. So you have to slow push. Someone in chat's like, but Zen, you don't know what you're talking about. That's not a slow push. I don't know. I guess in fucking gold 5 it's a freeze. But anyways, here if she's recalling, now here find her. Don't let her recall.
I feel like normally shouldn't the support find her?
No, why don't you find her?
Yeah, alright.
Wait, why should your support find her? You have no minions to last hit. If she recalls, shove the wave. If she doesn't recall, control 4. You have a good emote, right?
Should I let's say that I go and find Misfortune right now, and I see a recall. Should I let her recall or should I cancel?
Cancel, because that prompts a dive.
Yeah.
Right. Although if I mean you could let her recall, but that's not as good. You want to play with her.
Yep.
Let her know.
Yeah, I was thinking because I was thinking I cancel. I thought you meant I let her recall and then shove.
Well, if she recalls, then you shove, because then you get a bounce.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but if I can stop it, I do.
Yeah. Udyr's going to be right side soon, by the way.
Yep.
Soon, but not yet. anyways, that doesn't really matter right now because the lane's practically over. Yeah, but you don't find her, right? Whatever. Anyways, stuff like this happens like every single time in your game. Every little thing, you know, it's just like these micro errors that you're having.
I'll try to fix it.
Yeah. Mid game, I mean, there's nothing to talk about in mid game other than the fact that you need to restrain as a player. You need to find restraint because you are a player who is looking for trouble or damage when it is not necessary. Right?
Okay.
But then you also have to try to combat your false idea of I'm not doing damage, therefore I'm not playing ADC well.
Yep.
If the game is this accelerated, you don't need to do anything. But if they come to you and you kill them, great, you're doing damage, but it doesn't really, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. You never look for damage, because if you look for damage, you're giving them openings. Right? You want to play every mistake they make. Don't try to make plays in as an AD carry in this level. Unless like you're like Turbo Smurf, you know what I mean? Or like your challenger or something, you know exactly what you need to do. But don't make plays, make 100% plays, make consistent plays. That's what's going to get you up there. Usually, maybe you can make a play and you don't do it and it doesn't work out. That's actually better. It is incorrect, and it goes against my philosophy of perfect League of Legends, but it doesn't matter because it does benefit you in the long run as someone playing in solo queue, because there's a difference between playing like really good solo queue versus being a good ADC. Those two things actually don't really coincide. They don't really, you know, right? So sometimes calls that should be good, you don't make just so that you can make consistent plays. It's like the dopa mentality in a way, you know? If you're going to lose the game, lose it smoothly. But stay consistent in your methods, right? Not a good idea because it goes against perfect league. But, you know, it's good for solo queue. So you want to climb solo queue, it doesn't matter. You're not someone who's going to go out there and play for a pro team or whatever right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. That's about it. Anyways, do you have any questions? Also, here 1-4-0 is better to end the game. Just a quick side note: if Aatrox goes top lane, no one can match him. Obviously, you go mid lane. Sorry, not you. You go bot lane. You have Janna. Janna has ulti soon. No one can engage against Janna. She also has tornadoes. So you're gonna do a 1-1-3, and this 1-1-3 will then eventually turn into a 1-0-4. Do you see why? Yeah, because you're driving the wave, and then you're joining, and then this guy pushes in. So now they have a giant.
It's Inhibis taking the bot lane.
You don't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay.
Because what are you gonna do? You can just chill there. You can just drive the waves. So you're essentially.
I'm just thinking like Baron's up and shit, but we just end the game.
No, you don't need to do Baron. The enemy can't do Baron. Yeah. If they take Baron, you win the game.
Yeah.
Right. But 1-4-0. Oh, sorry, 1-0-4. 1-1-3 into 1-0-4 is always going to be beneficial here after this wave is driven in, right? That's like more like basic. That's not going to like make you challenger. It's just like, you know, do that to win the game faster, right? Maybe in challenger people don't do that, you know, because some people do stupid shit. They might just go Baron, but it's not the right call. Most people don't know that. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay? No. Yeah. Okay, any questions?
Not really. Like I'll like with what you said. Like I'll try and see how it goes. Hopefully it goes, you know, really good. And then if I get into anything more or whatever, I'll message you again, and then you have to coach another fucking ADC.
Well, you're gonna be masters by the time if you ever get coaching from me again, you have to be master tier, because if you're not masters or you're not grandmaster, you probably didn't take anything that I said into account.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, like with the restraining, like
yeah,
it just feels like this game. Like I get what you mean. Like this is the proper play to, like, you know, just take it easy, not force anything, just play around, however it goes in permafarm. And like I'm turbo ahead in CS and shit, and meanwhile Misfortune is just inting. But yeah, like I said, like I have that feeling like I'm really not doing anything. So yeah, I'll try to fix that feeling.
Yeah. And if there's anything that you disagree with, you have to let me know.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. Like I think I like try to ask whenever I had anything about what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah. I always invite people to debate me on certain topics, and I always tell people to go into my videos and find mistakes that I've made and then tell me. And so then I can correct them. But if you fuck up, then I'm gonna assume you're just not good at the game. Right?
Yeah.
But definitely always question everything. You know, if you see me say something in a video,
Yeah, I'm not. I'm obviously like
question it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna take everything anyone says
For sure.
like religiously.
For sure, for sure.
What works, you know, it will work.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll take your advice and, you know, try my best to implement them.
Yeah.
But I think like I got value out of this. Like I think I'll try this and like see how it goes, and hopefully it gives, you know, the result I want. And then whenever there's anything else, I'll just hit you up or whatever.
Sounds good, man. All right, I'll talk to you later then. All right, good luck.
Yeah, thanks for that.
See ya. Bye.
All right, see ya.
See ya.